Investment advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth LLC and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information that is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Joseph, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Joseph.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Rock My Finances. We are going to get down to details today. This is one of my favorite episodes because I have never heard this out there in the world before I started talking about it. So I was really big on shifting my mindset around money and stop the shame and the guilt and the shoulda, woulda, couldas that were just my monkey mind when I would lie down ready to go to bed and I would just start thinking. I raised my kids as a single mom. So that's a stress all in itself, y'all, right? And I own several businesses and rental properties and all kinds of fun stuff, which was very fun. And it had my brain going 24/7, 365 days a year. So I had to figure out how to set it, leave it, and forget it. And then just allow the universe to bring me whatever I was trying to manifest, right? So this is going to help you today. We've been hearing, I think, our whole life when we were children, our grandparents, our parents, the media, everything, budget. I call it the B word. It's just like all the other B words. Not good. So I don't even like the word budget. I don't use the word budget because it is restricting. It is like you don't really hear men talk about how's your budget today? How's your household budget? What's your budget? Because men don't think in constriction. They think of how can I create more? And I know I'm generalizing men and women, but you get my drift. So when we were raised as little kids, grandpa would take the son over in the corner and teach him about money and maybe even show him some dollars and some coins and maybe even talk about the stock market and what is gold and what is silver and commodities and all that stuff. And we got taken into the kitchen, how to cook. We got handed a vacuum cleaner and a broom at probably 5 years old when they were plastic. And they were teaching us how to cook and clean. Then we got handed baby dolls because now we're supposed to grow up and be a mom. No one is talking to normally in my generation about money and what does money do for you? How can you create it? How can it be good? How can it be bad? How to handle it? I do believe I did learn how to write a check in high school. And that was about it. And how to keep a checkbook balanced back in the day. Now our computers do it. Our spreadsheets do it. It's amazing. However, the other flip side of the coin is being taught about investing and rate of return and compound growth and all these wonderful things that we kind of got left out on. And if we look at it, women have only been in the money game for about 50 years, which is not very long at all. I remember in my very first marriage, I had to take my husband to the bank in order to get a checking account, which was ridiculous. I didn't realize it at the time because we owned everything together at the time. But then I looked back and I thought, wait a minute, I should have been able to open up my own checking account. I had my own job. I had my own income. And I shouldn't need my husband to open up my own single checking account. And that was in the early 80s, y'all, when the law passed many years before that we do not need to be looked at as property and that we need our husband's okay for stuff. And it still took forever to get in effect. And that's in California. So there's no telling what happened in the southern states, right? So we're going to talk about it today so that you can gain more power, more control. I want you to feel that you get to figure out what you want to do with your dollars. It's all up to you. You are at choice. And I know it doesn't feel like it, but if we look at it, this economy, our United States of America, we are playing the money game. You have that choice. Did you know that? You actually do not have to play this money game. You can go grab a tent, a pillow, a sleeping bag, a jug of water, and go live homeless. You absolutely can. You can go to San Francisco, San Diego, LA. You can go wherever you want. And you don't have to play the money game if you don't want to play the money game. So first of all, realize that we are choosing to play this United States money game worldwide even, right? I mean, now that we have Bitcoin and different currencies coming out there, our world is changing so much. But first and foremost, I want you to understand that you have the choice. Let's take back some of that control and say, okay, if I have the choice of playing this money game, just like we have the choice of playing the corporate world, employee game, the business owner game, the stock market game, like we have that choice if we want to enter it or not. So let's do it, and let's do it good. Let's do it to where it fits into our lifestyle, not that we're fitting into it. Do you ever feel like the money world is running you, like your bills and expenses are running your life, like you're working to just pay your bills or get by, check to check, check to check? And I literally have this feeling from multimillionaires down to $20,000 a year. It doesn't matter how much you make. We can get caught in that trap. So today I'm going to give you control back. Woohoo! I know you're excited about it. Okay. So first of all, we do not budget because of intelligence. It has nothing to do with that. So I want you to know it has nothing to do with intelligence. It has nothing to do with knowing anything about the money game, investing, financial planning, any of that. We usually learn it at home, and we learn our money beliefs at home. So why budgeting doesn't work? Traditional budgets just don't work. They are built on rules of don't spend this and limit that and stay in your lane and don't think outside the box. And for a lot of women, especially high capacity, ambitious women, women who've been through maybe even a divorce or a loss or life transitions, those words just don't land with us. They just do not land because it removes our choice. And I am a woman of choice, for choice, always choice. And when we're spending on a budget, we feel restricted and not good enough and shameful. And it brings up all of our wounds about rebellion and everything when we can't do something, right? Our brain literally pushes back. When our brain is pushing back, it's not thinking about math. It's thinking about, wait, am I safe? Ooh, am I being controlled? Wait a minute, do I have a choice? And when the answer feels like no, we push back, y'all. We push back. We jump down into our adolescent behavior and we jump back. Pushback looks like avoidance, not even looking at your numbers, ostrich. It looks like overspending. It looks like retail therapy. It looks like we have a budget and screw that, I'm doing it anyways. I don't know if any of you have spouses, but you might have said your spouse, too bad, I'm doing it. Not only am I not doing that, I'm buying 2 more now because you just said I can't, right? It can be all about these different types of feelings. This is where emotional spending comes in. This is where avoidance comes in. We don't even look, right? That's where we'll say, I'll deal with it later. I call that my Scarlett O'Hara. My mom used to always talk about this. Fiddly dee, I will think about it tomorrow and just set it aside, compartmentalize and set it aside. And then tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow becomes forever. This is not a discipline issue. This is not an organization issue. Anyone can do this. I created a spending plan instead of budgeting, okay? So anyone can do this. It's not that hard, I promise you. It is a design issue, not a discipline issue. So what comes up, that section 1 was our budgeting doesn't work. Section 2 is the emotional side of spending. Guess what, y'all? It's not about the zeros. It's about your relationship with money. Guess what? We have emotions with money. No one talks about it. Money is emotional. Always, every day, all day long. I promise you. It's never just about the numbers. It's how you feel in the moment. If you ever thought about something and immediately start to get stressed out, maybe want to eat something, maybe even have a drink of alcohol, like I'm stressed out, I want to have a glass of wine, I need to go exercise, whatever that feeling is. Well, some people that don't feel like they have control over their money is going to go spend retail therapy, right? And it makes them feel really good. When we spend, when we're stressed, it's because spending gives us a quick sense of relief. It feels like we're in control and everything else feels out of control. So it's not about the item that we're purchasing. It's about the feeling that we get. And a lot of us, a lot of my clients even will go to like Home Goods or Costco or something that they need for the house. It's not even like purses and jackets and coats like the media would make you think. Like back in the day, they would say, stop spending money on Starbucks will change your retirement. You are not telling gentlemen that. You are just not doing that. You're telling women that. You are not telling gentlemen that. So that's crazy. So no, it's not about that. It is about your relationship and how you feel in the moment about whatever's happening that's making you stressed. So we have to look at our stress. Number 2, when we're lonely, we spend when we're lonely, we buy something, we go out, we maybe treat ourselves, that creates a connection with someone. Even if it's a temporary, it fills the space of that emptiness and it gives us one little moment of comfort. When we're celebrating, we can overspend. And this one isn't wrong. None of it's really wrong as long as we put it in our spending plan. If we know that's who we are, we're going to put it in our spending plan and forecast for it, right? But the thing is, we need to do it with awareness. Like 12 steps, the first thing is we got to know it. We got to be aware of it. We have to be aware of what we're doing. Celebrations can turn into overcompensation. I deserve this. Have you ever said that? Well, I work my ass off and I deserve spending this money right now, right? We totally do that. And it quietly can turn into, I've earned everything that I have. I've earned it. Well, yes, of course we have. We've earned everything in our life. We deserve everything in our life. And we also deserve and we've earned to not be stressed, to not feel lonely, and to not avoid our numbers, to actually fall in love with money, y'all. It feels so good when we fall in love with money. I love it. So avoiding looking at your accounts, your statements, your bills, your mail, looking at your apps on the phone, avoiding going anywhere with anyone, doing anything because you're in the, I don't know if I can afford it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. That's the ostrich syndrome, right? So instead of all of that, instead of facing our numbers and seeing what's happening, we distract. And we do it with spending. Some of us do it with spending. And underneath of all of this is something deeper. We're trying to regulate how we feel. The F word, my favorite F word. We're regulating how we feel. So we're looking for a tool to maybe soothe us, to make us feel better, to make us get out of that stressful feeling, anxious feeling, overwhelmed feeling. We are escaping from our reality. I turn on the TV for that or go for a walk. I escape that way. I know a lot of people will go spend to escape what they're feeling. We're giving ourselves rewards. I absolutely do that. It's in my spending plan and I save up for that. And then we give ourselves rewards. Maybe just numbing out, maybe just shopping helps you numb out. Sometimes window shopping. I have my clients who need to break their pattern from this. I have them go window shopping for 3 to 5 days, online, out in the public, whatever. Put it in your cart in Amazon, whatever, and not buy it yet. So you're getting the endorphins in our brain and our serotonin and dopamine that we're actually acting like we're spending, but we actually haven't put it on the credit card yet. And that sometimes relieves just that feeling right there, easy peasy, without actually hitting the credit cards. And here's the important part. This doesn't make you feel bad with money, right? It makes you feel human. That's what this is all about. Budgeting makes us feel bad and constricted and we screwed up and we did this wrong. No, this spending plan makes us feel human. That's what we are. We need to recognize the pattern. When we don't recognize it, it keeps repeating. So here I am. I'm a beacon in your face right now. If any of this is listening to you and it's triggering something, this is what we're here for. The goal isn't to eliminate emotions because that's not realistic. We're always going to have emotions around money. It is awareness. We can't fix something we're not aware of. So pause, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this money decision an emotional money decision or a factual money decision? I know people that don't make a decision for 24 hours. I have that rule if it's something big, right? Nope, I don't want my emotions involved in it, because guess what? Our emotions are running our life. Our 5-year-old girl is running our life. And I don't know about your 5-year-old little girl, but my 5-year-old girl was not a business owner. And she was not all together in her emotions. And she did not feel confident and empowered to make decisions. So when she's out and about and she's feeling hurt or unwanted or unloved or not good enough, and she makes decisions, those might not be the best decisions of my amazing badass self that's going to be moving forward, if that makes sense. So this is where the spending plan supports you by not controlling you. It gives you choice. You're staying connected to yourself and your decisions. So section 3, what is a spending plan? It's not about restriction. It's about intentional choice. You're literally deciding ahead of time where you want money to go. So here is what we're going to do. Because everything starts to shift when you start doing a spending plan. It's about knowing your numbers and loving your numbers. So we're going to look back without judgment, without regret, and without beating yourself up, what you did and didn't do. The really important thing is your past spending is not a mistake. It's just data. We're data mining, period. That's all we're doing. And when you take a look at it, I want you to look at everything that way. Okay. So we're going to look back at the last 3 months of spending, not just criticize and not to feel bad, but just the data mine. Don't even think about what happened. This is just where all the money went in all the different categories. And when you put groceries, I want you to put the store down, because stores make a difference, right? Each store that you're at is a different price point. So each individual store, maybe even each individual gas station, because I know like Costco is cheaper, right? So maybe look at all of that as well. Now, we're not spending time there. We're just data mining. Where's the money actually gone? And then we're going to look at it and add it up in each category: Amazon category, education category, dining out, eating in, extra spur of the moment cash, donations, gas, insurance, utilities for the house, cable, all your online, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock, Paramount, my Lord, there's a million of them, right? So all of those can be one category. We need to look at every single dime that we're spending. This could take you 1 sitting. It could take you 9 sittings, whatever it takes. I want you to feel good. My spending plan, this is when I do it on my money date. Remember, money dates are once a week, at least 30 minutes a week. You put on your comfy clothes, your music, your candles, your favorite cocktail, whatever it takes. And like my spreadsheet is pinks and purples and greens. Like, it's really great. And I highlight when I finish something. It gives me a self-accomplishment, right? I'm celebrating. Yeah, I got that. Whatever it is, I highlight it so I know I don't have to look at it anymore. I look at my spending plan every couple of weeks. We're getting ready for my daughter's wedding in Iceland. So I'm looking at it continuously right now, because things are happening. Things are shifting. When you get all in a nice routine, maybe it's once a month, maybe it's once a week. It depends on how you feel, only if you feel good, right? Your numbers are going to tell a story. What patterns do I see? And what really matters to me? Remember, our values are supposed to show up where we spend our money. So I value my health almost first and foremost, right? So am I spending more money on my health, or am I spending more money on cheap groceries somewhere that's not very healthy? So what am I valuing at that point? So that's one. Do I value family? Well, how much money are we spending on family? Do I value me? My value is me. My health, my happiness comes first above all else, before anyone else. I want to make sure that I'm spiritually connected. I want to make sure that I'm healthy. I want to make sure that I'm happy. I want to make sure that I'm getting enough exercise. All of those things I will spend money on first. My supplements, my exercise classes, good food, all of that is first before I look at other categories, if that makes sense. So we look at that. We look at our worksheet. Nothing complicated, just where your money goes: travel, fun, right? And then savings. Then you get to decide, what do I want this to look like moving forward? Did I spend too much money on groceries at this grocery store last time? What do I want to put moving forward? I just do a simple Excel spreadsheet. I know we have QuickBooks, Quicken, all these things, but I want you to be in touch with every dime that's spending so that you know what's happening. Not perfectly, just consciously, okay? So even when you map out the rest of your year this way, and this is key, you're not doing it from pressure. You're doing it from choice. So then you can even say, well, you know what? I spent $1,200 on groceries. That's ridiculous. I need to cut that down to 7 or 8. Okay, so let's put in 7, and then let's see what it looks like. Then we look at it each month and see, are we on target? All right. And then we get to celebrate. This is to shift you from the spending budgeting into your spending plan. It's going to give you clarity. You're going to know what's coming in and out. I promise you abundance will come during that time because it's just amazing. You might feel better, less stressed, whatever it takes. You're going to feel more in control. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to trust yourself about money again. So guess what that means? You're going to make better decisions because at the end of the day, it's your life, your money, and your choices. You get to decide where the money goes. Period. That's it. You get to decide if you're doing 10% in savings or 5% in savings. And we have to have a fun bucket. Don't forget the fun bucket in your spending plan. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the spending plan because it is key. Money date, spending plan, data mining, and then let's get our emotions in check. Love our numbers, love our future spending plan. And when someone asks us to do something, it's very easy. Sorry, that's not in my spending plan this month, but I would love to join you next month. Like, stick with it. Be proud of yourself for loving your numbers. I want you all to enjoy your money dates, enjoy your spending plan, and I want you to be able to walk away from each money date to say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.